Journeying through the halls of time, every page and passage holds our precious historical heritage. Every single volume gives our cultural memory to a new generation. The National Taiwan Library has proudly stood for 100 years. It has many important missions, but especially leading readers into the warm embrace of the written word, bearing the light knowledge into the endless sea of books. The National Taiwan Library. 100 years young, championing the love of reading. In 1914, the Office of the Governor General of Taiwan resolved to found a library to serve the entire island. After a year of planning, the Imperial Taiwan Library officially opened its doors in 1915. This institution was the predecessor of today's National Taiwan Library. The Imperial Taiwan Library was the first public library on the island and Taiwan's most important and comprehensive library until the end of World War II. The Imperial Taiwan Library is today fondly remembered as the finest of all of Taiwan's public libraries. The planning office housed in the Manga village's Qingsui Temple was shuttered when the library opened on the corner of today's Bo'ai and Baoqing roads in 1915. The library was reorganized after 1945 as the Taiwan Provincial Administrative Executive Office Library, and then as the Taiwan Provincial Taipei Library, and was relocated to the building of the National Taiwan Museum on Guanquan Road, where it operated until 1968. It was relocated to Xinsheng South Road in 1973 and was reorganized again as the National Central Library Taiwan Branch. As its collections and services expounded, the library was moved to its present location in Zhonghe in 2004 and was renamed the National Taiwan Library in 2013. At each of its 4 locations throughout its history, the library has consistently shown as the foremost and often only provider of a vast range of services to the general public. Beginning readers, the Parent and Child Information Center. Since opening Taiwan's first children's reading area in 1916, the library has not only continued this tradition over the years, but has also expanded the reading area into a space for parents and children to read together. The center's 3 floors include the B1 area for picture books for preschoolers, and the first and second floor areas, which provide information search services, audiovisual materials, books in both Chinese and other languages, and family education-related books for student readers, parents, and members of the general public. Its whimsically painted forest theme transforms the area for picture books into a living picture book that amplifies the magic of the illustrated books here. To promote preschool and parent-child reading, the Parent and Child Information Center regularly holds Chinese picture book story time, family movie screenings, book exhibitions, and holiday-themed activities, as well as baby and toddler Chinese story time for the library's very youngest visitors.
我认为阅读是父母给孩子最好的礼物。那我也相信呢，一本好的书绝对会影响孩子的一辈子的。
Reading Recharge, the Teen Zone. Literacy is fundamental to modern societies worldwide. The library's Teen Zone is a gold mine of material for teenage readers, featuring a digital reading zone, a laptop zone, an award-winning book zone, and a thematic books exhibition zone, stocked with inspiring and insightful reading material. Furthermore, the zone's full calendar of art and cultural events and lectures helps build cultural character and critical thinking skills, as well as turn reading into one's personal competitive edge. Reading knows no boundaries, the Senior Zone. The needs of older readers are rising in step with Taiwan's aging population. The Senior Zone provides a plethora of regular and large print edition books and multimedia facilities with video magnifiers, backlit reading magnifiers, and reading glasses, giving unhindered access to the vast landscape of reading knowledge and pleasure. This zone also provides themed courses and lectures that are tailor-made for seniors.
像我们这把年纪能经常的阅读，能了解一些社会的一些脉动，不至于跟生活脱节。这里有经常举办一些研习跟讲座，让我认识了很多新的朋友。总之，来到这里以后，虽然我的年纪很大，可是让我的心情变得更年轻，我的生活更精彩、更多彩多姿。我非常喜欢这里。
Reading Without Limits, the Visual Impairment Information Center. The National Taiwan Library began purchasing and publishing its collection of Braille materials in 1973. The Braille Center opened in 1975 and expanded its scope of services. The Ministry of Education assigned the library as a specific library for the visually impaired in 2011 and as a specific library for the visually impaired and other impaired persons in 2014, with services and collections tailored to the special needs of its users. The center continues to build its collection of hard copy books, e-Braille books, Braille books, audiobooks, and e-books. The Literature for the Blind service gives nationwide, at-home access to library materials. Additionally, the Visual Impairment Information System offers 3A grade access to website resources, while the VIIS mobile app provides special needs-enabled search capabilities, user-friendly features, and 24/7 online help services for special needs readers. The library works closely with publishers of books for the visually impaired and holds lifelong learning courses and reading promotion activities that are specifically designed and organized for special needs communities in order to meet their diverse needs and encourage widespread participation.
这个视障随身听有个很棒的是，我们不需要连线，就是我可以离线收听，所以呢，我也不用怕电池破碎，可以一有时间就听。用了这个随身听之后，我不小心的发现我自己越来越喜欢阅读了。
Going international, the Multicultural Resources Area. The Multicultural Resources Area serves the needs of Taiwan's growing population of foreign workers, immigrants, and children of mixed marriages, with collections spanning books, audiovisual, and multimedia materials, magazines and newspapers from Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Novels, essays, and books on subjects such as family care, personal health, fashion, and greenification are available to all, providing a valuable resource for Taiwan's new immigrants and a window on Southeast Asia's diversity and depth. Repair and Restoration, the Taiwan Book Hospital. Historical materials are a vital part of Taiwan's heritage. The bindery opened in 1915 and originally run by experienced Japanese technicians, maintains and repairs books in the National Taiwan Library's collection. Today, a century later, our book binding and layout techniques remain the best in Taiwan. The Taiwan Book Hospital, integrating state-of-the-art binding and restoration techniques, opened in 2007. The hospital is stocked not only with traditional herbs, but also with modern Western chemicals, various stock papers, a pre-war book back rounding machine, and a 1970s stamping machine. Precision lab devices, including a recently purchased pH meter, paper thickness gauge, and optical microscope, greatly boost the effectiveness and quality of restoration efforts. Regular tours and student internships are available. The guided tours offer opportunities to interact with book hospital doctors and help ensure that our work here is valued and continued. Traditional methods guide our experienced doctors to heal ailing books. Public online search access to the status and prospects of various book patients are just another reason why the Taiwan Book Hospital is the leader in its field.
我们就是要借着传统工艺与现代科技，让我们的图书修旧如旧，让现代的读者跟后来的读者都能够继续使用。这就是我们图书馆传承最重要的使命。
Centuries of Memories, the Taiwan Study Research Center. The Taiwan Study Research Center was founded in 2007. It is one of the preeminent centers for Taiwan studies research in the world. Here you can find important pre-World War II collections, including the collection of the Imperial Taiwan Library, as well as the archived collection of the now-defunct Southern Archive Center. Notable items include Western books of historical value, Qing Dynasty-era Taiwanese documents, as well as Japanese period and Southern Asia documents and data. This includes the originals of Albrecht Herport's 1669 Travels in the East Indies, the last Dutch governor of Formosa, Frederick Coyette's 1675 Neglected Formosa, and the mid-18th century Taiwan Panorama Prints by Liu Shiqi, an introduction to the island's indigenous peoples and rich natural resources. Apart from their value to scholars, these collections are living reminders of Taiwan's unique heritage and priceless cultural treasures.
在这里呢，环境非常的安静，因为它5楼、6楼是独立出来的台湾学研究中心，那可以找到任何你想要找到的资料。我读累了呢，还会去外面的公园走一走，放松一下心情。6日我一整天都待在这边。如果你也是跟我做一样台湾学的相关研究，真的很欢迎，推荐你来到这里台湾图书馆。
The center holds a regular calendar of Taiwan studies, lectures, and theme exhibitions, sponsors research scholarships, and encourages featuring collection items in culturally creative products. The center maintains multiple research databases and works to link up with similar databases worldwide in order to create a comprehensive Taiwan study digital library. Digital technologies, innovative services. The National Taiwan Library is actively engaged in integrating digital technologies, from digital library cards and RFID technologies to consistently upgrading library infrastructure and systems. We are streamlining our library user experience and services, invigorating physical spaces, and fine-tuning facilities. Additionally, we are engaged in cross-sector partnerships and worldwide exchanges to deliver innovative, user-friendly services to better market our unique character to establish the NTL brand. For over a century, the National Taiwan Library has kept the public in touch with the written world and has been a champion in promoting the beauty of reading. We will continue lighting countless sparks of knowledge as we guide and serve generations of new readers across our second century, helping build the future, sowing the seeds of culture, and sustaining the harvest of civilization.